Have you noticed that all all the Christmas stuff is out already?
I
But I
saw
mean,
that.
I guess I shouldn't say already because a lot of places had Christmas stuff coming out like at the end of September. They were putting Christmas stuff out. The official fiance of It's Too Late, she works at a bookstore, and she was saying that they were putting out Christmas stuff around my birthday, and my birthday is September 27th. So,
Why do
but
they do that?
I don't know. It's like the front left corner of Cracker Barrel is now vomited all over the rest of the store. It's just, they do that, The Cracker Barrel has a Christmas section 365 days a year. And now
Yeah.
the Christmas section has, that's what Christianity is. It's a disease. It just spreads to the rest.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm
I
sorry.
mean,
I couldn't pass up the opportunity. Um, but you know what my shower thought was this morning is that we're doing this show and I'm sitting here getting ready to make the show notes. And I'm like, oh, this is show notes for November 3rd because it's not October anymore. But that was
it's
really a shock to me because I was going to put 8 for August. So you can really imagine how I felt.
yeah, that would
And then it got me to thinking, it's depending on where you are in life, that whole phenomenon of time flying when you're having fun is different depending on what age you are. When you're a little kid and you're like your family's going to Disney World, it's man, time flies when you're having fun. The trip's over, time to leave. You're like, oh man, so soon. Then you get to be a little bit older. Maybe you join the workforce. You get to be, maybe you're in your 20s and you got all your hopes and dreams. You're going to go out and take on the world. And then it becomes, oh, the day's over already. I had so much more to do, have so much more to accomplish. But then you get to be about the age of me and Dave, maybe a little
yeah.
older. And then it becomes the end is soon. It's almost over. Then it becomes I'm out of time, but I don't mean out of time to build the shed. I mean just out of time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Time to go.
You know,
The
I'm
hopes and
trying to
dreams are
tell
over.
this is classic. I'm on brand right now because I'm trying to tell a funny story, but now I'm going to segue into something really depressing. I had a roommate named Will, and he died when he was 36.
That
He
is
was
depressing.
he was a nature photographer that went on hikes all the time. He was in really good shape, and then he had a heart attack and died at 36.
Wow.
You know how old I turned this year? 36.
Hmm.
I'm about to die. That's
I
I'm
don't think
about
that's the
to.
moral of that story.
No, that's the more that you're because Dave is sitting there thinking the moral of the story is to the time is precious and you should make the most of it and tell your family you love them. No, the story is you're about to die.
Carpe diem.
Yeah, seize the day, but only the next like 260 of them because that's it. Well, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Check out this article that was in the New York Post. Over 75% of people who cheat claim affairs improve their marriages. And
Wow.
two-thirds of love rats say they have a happy relationship despite playing away. I just want to point out really quick. They use this terminology like playing away and improving their marriage and all that. So first of all, that's all BS. They're surveying the people doing the cheating, and those people say, the people living their best lives are saying
Yeah, it's great.
it's going pretty well. Yeah. I can be married to this old bag, but also, I don't know why I was going to say Britney Spears. That's probably not the move.
Not
I,
anymore.
the problem is that I'm so unplugged from pop culture that to me, Britney Spears is still a teeny bopper
Yeah, she's
dressed up
still
as a
hot, right?
schoolgirl. I mean, she certainly is alive, I think.
Hmm.
So but not for long, like another 260 some days and be it for her. But, uh, but check out, I want you to take a look. This is from the same article, mind you. Check out this line. The survey also found that despite admitting cheating on their partner, 94% would be furious if they found a spouse doing it to them. You don't say. So these people, two-thirds of these people claim that their marriages are just straight up improved, and 77% of them are personally happier. But almost all of them would say, but don't you do it to me.
No.
I swear to God, if I find you do it, I'm gonna kill the kids.
Wow.
That's, I'm
Right.
gonna, yeah, they're not gonna kill them. They're not gonna kill themselves like a good Christian. They're gonna
Mhm.
kill the kids. That's what's going to happen. I feel like this is an excellent time for a euthanasia.com joke, but I don't really know how to set it up. What do you think?
Yeah, there's always time for. I don't know. I felt like that was the right thing to do.
If anybody at home is watching the show right now and is thinking to themselves, boy, this monologue's rough, you should have heard the one that we cut like 10 minutes ago. Now that
awkward.
thing, yeah, boy. I'm not going to place the blame on any one person, but it featured Dave heavily.
Yeah, suddenly there's like a whole new guy in the studio here.
Yeah, you do have a nice studio though. Check that shit out.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
I put a lot of money into this show, and this is just for It's Too Late. This isn't Liberty Late Night at all. I cover that all up.
What you cover it up. The correct answer is you have two separate studios for the different shows, but no, you've ruined it now by saying you covered it up.
I travel to your studio. It's really nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Right in the other room.
I'll tell you, I know that this is more of a rhetorical question. Have you seen the prices of everything going up, Dave?
I've noticed a little bit. I don't think we're getting hit as hard.
That inflation is here. Everybody, nobody's happy. This is actually, I was talking to some friends the other day, and I want to save this for later in the show. But basically, their answer was, you know how I can tell the Biden administration is a total failure? Because no one is happy. Just in general. I don't even necessarily mean about politics. Everyone's just unhappy. And I was like, well, and that's how you know. That's how you know things are bad. And of course, you not only have inflation, but when it pertains to the restaurants and the grocery stores, you also have shrinkflation, where they raise the price of things, but they also lower the portion too. And I specifically noticed that recently at our restaurants here in town. Are you familiar with Sonic? You know, the Sonic drive-ins where you go up to the window and the car hop brings you the And if you're lucky,
got one of those.
If you're lucky, it's a car hop that you want to cheat on your spouse with because it'll make you 77% happier. If you're unlucky, it's someone that you're like, you feel really bad for those roller skates. But the Sonics around here are not serving the dessert menus right now, which I've never gone to Sonic to eat dinner. I've only ever gone to Sonic for a dessert. And they're not serving the dessert menus because the supply chain's broken down. They don't have any of the ingredients. And I was like, wow. I mean, it's like going to Dairy Queen and you can't order a Blizzard. That's what's happened to Sonic right now. And then I also noticed at McDonald's, they've already raised their prices, but on top of that, they're charging additional surcharges for the drinks that they're running out of. Like, you know, they do the fountain drinks, you know, they've got, you know, they must have the syrup and the little carbonation machine thingy. And I noticed on their menu, if you want to order a Diet Dr. Pepper, it's regular price. But if you want to order just a regular Coke, it's 10 cents more. And I can't decide if that says more about how popular Coke is or how unpopular Diet Dr. Pepper is. Do you drink Diet Dr. Pepper?
I think I have, but I've never looked for it, you know, specifically. Or
I actually sent that to a friend and said, "Hey, have you seen this?" And my friend actually wrote back and said, "Well, I drink Diet Dr. Pepper." And of course, my first reaction was, "Man, you Ripper." She ruined my fucking. But then I thought, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do you one bet. You know who else drank Diet Dr. Pepper? Adolf Hitler.
Well, there you go.
I'm a historian. You can trust me on this.
I wouldn't doubt you.
Do we have time for a rape joke, or should we move on?
Oh, I think there's always time for a rape joke. Might as well.
Okay. When I was younger, I used to get really frustrated when I would be left out of things. Like if you ever, you know, maybe like you go into your teen years and you're hanging out with everybody and everyone's like laughing and reminiscing about a good time they had, and you're like, wait a minute, I wasn't there. Where was I when this was happening? I got left out. I would always get really upset when I would get left out of things. Mm-hmm. And then that actually carried over into my adult life too. Very recently, and probably more of my lady friends than anybody, they joined some club called #MeToo, and I didn't get to join. And I was like, man, I wish I was raped. I like to be a part of things.
No, nobody likes to be excluded.
Now, if that bothers you in any way, understand it was Dave's fault because we could have moved on, but Dave said, hey, there's always time.
I knew it was a genuine question when you asked me. And I really